Yeah,
the drummer for Lead
exactly
the Masses,
that.
and you're listening to Underground. What was it?
Welcome to Underground Upless, everybody. It's that time again. And of course, we're going to be talking about Waddy all week long. Waddystock 22, 3938 Waddy Road. There's a gazillion bands there, and I'm trying to cover them all the best I can. Just a quick little announcement here. Monday nights, my friend Pappy Hogg has started hosting an open mic at the Hitch and Post Tavern in New Albany, Indiana, every Monday night. And I've been going there. It's been pretty fun. And of course, I'm still doing the open mic at Dundee Tavern every Wednesday night, 2224 Dundee Road in the Highlands in Louisville, Kentucky. And my next guest, I hope you like metal, because I know you all do. And I'll just go ahead and bring them on, let them introduce themselves. Tell us who you are and where you're from.
Shoot, you go, Josh.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Joshua. I play guitar at 1984X.
And I'm Kurt X. I'm the vocalist of 1984X.
Where are you from?
I am from Vincennes, Indiana. Yeah. And then our drummer is also he's from Tell City, so our band's kind of like
split up all over the place. Our bassist is in Indianapolis, and I live in Jasper, so there's at least an hour between any given one of us at any time. So it gets a little complicated sometimes, but
I bet. And I know where Vincennes is. It's got the George Rogers. Is it the George Rogers Clark Monument? Is that right? Is it?
Yep, right at the edge of the river.
The first head shop I ever went in was in Vincennes.
Well, that was probably Barber's gift shop, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was Barber's.
That place didn't exist anymore, man.
Really?
No, they went out of business hard, and now we got a couple head shops. But yeah.
Barber's. It was called that. We used to drive from Clay, Kentucky, which that was about a 2-hour drive. From there, we drive up to Barber's because you couldn't really mail order anything back then, you know.
Nope.
Yeah, times sure have changed since then, huh?
Oh, buying off the internet.
Amazon is killing everybody. You know? Fuck Amazon. I say as I just ordered something off Amazon.
Fuck Amazon, but I got a package coming still, so I mean, fuck Amazon once it's came.
I still pay them that Prime payment every month, you know. Right. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. How did you guys come together? Being you're so scattered, location wise.
Well, it's actually a project that I ran solo for a really long time, and decided just 5-6 months ago that it's something I wanted to turn into a live set, to a live performance, and I started looking out for collaborators. I met Kurt almost immediately, and we've been through a huge cast of different people trying to find the right setup. But I think we have it now, and it's exciting because there's a lot of unreliability in the local scene and the music industry, and as a whole, I would imagine. And we do take it really seriously. So it was hard to find someone to match that energy and match that commitment and passion.
Thanks.
Right on.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, sometimes you find that one person isn't on the right instrument even, like our our drummer was originally our bassist for the project, and then you know you find out that hey, maybe someone does better in a different spot, But is everything all right with your picture, Josh? Did you freeze?
Oh boy.
It's okay. It'll come back. We can
Yeah.
still hear you.
Yeah, that's what matters, right? Is it at least a good shot of me in the freeze frame?
Oh
Yeah.
You're making a great face.
You look like you're very thought provoked. Like,
sorry about that, guys. I got to figure
it out. I think you should go upside down again. It won't happen anymore.
I don't know why he keeps pooping out on me. I'm sorry, guys. I think I got it.
All right.
Hey, he's in the
I'll
jam room, I think, right now, aren't you?
Yeah, we're in the band room here. It's an absolute pigsty. This is actually my mom's house too. She's been trying to kick us out for months now, but we don't really have anywhere else to go. And she's a really supporting mom. But yeah, sorry about the mess in here.
Well, she's been very supportive, and that's awesome that he has that she's let us be there. The home video that we have. The home is where you make it video. We shot on location in his mom's house, just all over the place.
She was on vacation that week, though.
Yeah, she was on vacation, so we just took over and shot in the living room, in the hallway, in the bathroom.
Well, how do we see that video?
On YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Is it?
I'd hope you wouldn't have too much trouble finding it.
Yeah, I'll put a link in the description.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We worked pretty hard on it. We shot it all ourselves and edited it ourselves, so it was a lot of effort, but we got it done in about a day and a half.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name? Because that's a badass name.
Thank you. I was inspired by the novel. Are you familiar?
Yeah. Oh yeah, George Orwell.
Yeah. One of the worst books I've ever read. One of the best books I've ever read. It was really captivating for me when I read it. It was required reading for myself in high school.
Man, I think our required reading was Great Expectations. Whoa. Hated that story. It's Dickens. It's Charles Dickens. Hated that story. So many better Dickens stories than Great Expectations. Right.
And usually required reading is just so terrible. So that one really stood out to me. I remember not wanting to read it and kind of having to, and just really becoming I don't know, just pretty involved with it as it came along. I don't know.
Yeah. I owned it in 1984.
I did.
I bought it that year. I was in 6th grade. I actually got that book. Yeah, I'm old.
I was born 1985.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Of course. Well, back to the questions.
Yeah.
How do you describe the music you create? What would you? I mean, I'm not asking genre specific, but you could have different answers too.
Chaotic. I just want to go for chaotic. Like one moment where, like, if you listen to the whole album, you'll notice that like we don't get stuck in like one mode and just write a whole bunch in that one style. We kind of bounce around between styles, and I like that. I want people to not know what the next thing is going to happen could be.
That's well put. That's a good question too. That's one I have a hard time answering myself, especially when it comes to genre specifics. I know you said you weren't interested in that, but it's been a hard thing to define. I've tried calling it punk, and people on the internet will call me out and say this isn't punk, and I've tried calling it metal, and people will call me out and say this isn't metal. So that's intriguing to me. It's kind of, I like it that we don't, it's not something that is so stereotypical, or that it might be something new, it might be something fresh, and that's always exciting, I think.
Right. I want to defy that genre and be like, you're a blah blah blah. You're screamo band or you're a whatever. Like that's just no. I'm in a band and I want to do whatever I want to do, man.
Yeah, we're a rock and roll band first.
So we just claim rock and roll band and then just y'all can figure it out the rest of it.
I like that.
Call us whatever you want. I don't give a shit.
Well, what's your most favorite show you've ever played?
Good question, Kurt. I'll let you go first. I see your brain's ticking up there.
Like in this outfit.
Yeah, it's
I'm trying
1984.
to think, man. What one's a good standout one? I really enjoyed TJ's when we did TJ Stockyard. I mean, it's a small little cramped place. There's no stage. You just set up right next to the pool table and just tear into it. You know, I enjoyed that.
We blew the fuses in that place at least, how many times? Probably 5 or 6 times. And each time we had to go and bother the bartender, this nice lady, to go down into this horror scene style dungeon that was a hatch in the ground and it had a ladder going down. And it was like 5 or 6 times we had to keep going and ask her to go down there and get at the breaker box.
Yeah, you look in that hole. You'd have like they'd have like a patron guarding the hole, so no drunk just walked away. And, you know, so a drunk didn't just walk right into the hole.
She went down. We had to stand watch and make sure no one stumbled down there because apparently, I guess they have had someone stumble down there in the past. So
just like a cartoon, just walk, whoop, boom, right down the hole.
Disappear.
That reminds me of a place. Reminds me of a place right by Barb's gift shop. There was a bar there, and there was a lady that had lift up a cellar door and walk downstairs and bring up more beer.
Oh, damn!
I don't know. It might be gone too. I mean, we'd always stop.
Oh, most of the bars have collapsed in this. Like they just all went under, especially after COVID. So like, there's like maybe one bar in town, and they don't even book bands anymore. You know, we have to rent a pavilion to have a show.
That's cool though.
Yeah, it was cool. Pretty cool.
It's called that term is called four walling. If you've never heard that, it's called where you rent the hall and make all the money, if you will. We're playing music, so you're not making any money.
I'm glad you can appreciate that.
Yes. Speaking of making money, albums out now.
And they're cheap. They're cheap. We won't even really make money if you buy them. You can buy them at almost next to nothing. $5, right, Kurt?
Yeah, $5, and $5 a pop. And it's online because we got a shitload of CDs printed up, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's cool. I don't know how to listen to it. I don't have a CD player."
Yeah.
Like, what?
I don't have a CD player. I do have a computer. No, I don't have an actual CD player.
See?
In here, I have the computer, but like I was sitting there, a friend of mine sent me his CD the other day, and I was like, I guess I'll just go listen to it in the car.
Damn. Well, see, that's my logic. Get the CD and let it live in your CD player in the car.
Yeah, I've got a tape player right here. I've got a record player in the other room, but I don't have a CD player.
We should have did tapes.
We should have. Yeah. I know. Right?
We should have did cassette tapes and records and shit. I wonder if anyone has an 8-track.
I think it'd be cool to do greeting cards too. That could potentially maybe play the album when you opened it.
Ooh.
Is that not a thing? Is that a thing?
It is. I think. I know you can record custom greetings, but I don't know the extent of what you could put into the space that a greeting card might hold. But iPhone seems to have a handle on it, so I bet there's some way to do it, right?
Yeah. Cassettes are on the rise, just so you know, and they're way less expensive to make than vinyl.
Really?
My cassette wall right here. They're absolutely on the rise. And vinyl's so expensive. I mean, when someone asks you $25 for a vinyl record, they're probably they probably spent $24.75 on it after shipping. And it takes forever to get it. It takes a good turnaround time is 10 weeks. But most people aren't getting their stuff back in 10 weeks. It's taking longer.
I thought about what if we did USBs?
Ooh,
right.
That's not bad.
Sell USBs that are loaded with the album art, and like fucking the music video.
100 pictures of Paul.
And shitloads of pictures of Paul and us being stupid. I don't know.
I am forcing pictures of Paul acting stupid, whoever Paul is.
Yeah,
Drummer Paul.
Drummer Paul.
Well, yeah, he's definitely got to be silly, so because he's a drummer.
Oh boy, is he? He's the master of silliness.
Especially when he gets on his theories, you just gotta go, what?
Yeah, he's a bit of a conspiracy theorist. I wish we could have had him on with us today, but he's so not mechanically inclined, and we tried doing this last time with him, and he just couldn't figure it out, and he kind of just held everything up. But yeah, he would have been a treat to have had involved in this. He has a lot of ridiculous things to say.
Oh, man, damn. Well, here's the counter question to the last question. What's your least favorite show? Tell me about a time you bombed on stage.
Thankfully, 1984X hasn't. We've only been doing this for about 6 months. We played a good fistful of shows, but we haven't. Thankfully, we haven't had a poor performance. We have had a few poor turnouts, but you had asked earlier what our favorite show was. Mine was the one we played most recently, our album release show, where it wasn't a really spectacular turnout, but the few people that were there were really, really energetic, really excited about what we had going on, and we played just such a killer show. We would do a pretty good job with the good shows, but at the same time, I feel like there is that bad show just around the corner because every band has at least one. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'd rather get it out of the way sooner rather than later, I think.
I just consider the only bad show I could say, man, would be the one we didn't get to play. Maybe that.
Yeah, that sucked. Yeah.
Yeah, our first show was canceled the day I woke up.
Yeah.
And I want to say that shit. Let that one ride as the worst one. Then we'll never have a bad one, right? Right, bro? I don't know. But yeah. But I'm not really think we had a bad performance. So yeah, knock on fucking wood.
Yeah, not yet.
What's your favorite song to play live?
What's yours, man?
You wrote.
I like Home Is Where You Make It.
That was pretty.
That one just comes out of me naturally. It doesn't feel like playing a song. It just feels like just energy flowing through me, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's not like a performance act with that one. That one is just what naturally comes through me when I'm riffing around on that song.
That's awesome. I think mine would have to be that song that just strikes me with energy. It's either gotta be I think Hyperactivity. That one really strikes me, where I'm like that, and man, when I truly deliver the lines in Home Is Where You Make It, sometimes I do feel like a fire. Yeah, I'm trying to make it. Like sometimes I feel so into that one though. I do.
It just comes out.
I feel like spit,
yeah,
like so much intensity sometimes when I'm screaming that. Like at the May 7th show, I know I delivered those lines fucking on fire that time because I always find myself like spitting all over myself. I could feel the heat and like spittle just out of me. I'm like, man, I'm nailing this one. Yeah, so both those songs are ones that I really fucking love playing live.
You the same way, Josh? Joshua,
yeah,
yeah, he's.
I like fast paced stuff. we've kind of been playing those same songs for the entirety of the project though. So right now we're working on some new ones, and that's probably what's most captivating to me. Especially because I had kind of mentioned earlier, I had wrote most of these songs before Kurt had come along. And he had added so much to them, and they've evolved so much since then. But I'm really intrigued to have more of his influence in the upcoming work, because he's an influence of mine personally. So it'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying writing the new stuff, definitely, because the door's wide open. Like I walked in with the songs, they were half done. We decided to do some revisioning on some of the tracks, and I got a chance to write a few extra lines. But for the most part, like the flesh of the song was there. I just filled it up a little bit more lyrically, whereas he's basically turning me loose on these new tracks, and it's cool to have more chance for me to just hear what the guitar sounds are. Because the way I write my lyrics usually is I listen to the riffs like over and over and over and over, and then out of the guitar riffs I start to hear like my lines appear, and then usually I write them down like
over and over and over for weeks straight. You mean?
Huh? Yeah, after like, because
he'll same track a million times. Yeah.
He'll give me the track, and I'll put it in my earbud at work, and I'll listen to it on loop hundreds of times, and then suddenly words start appearing in the guitar sounds. So then it's like, and it's usually like a light bulb. Like I won't have anything. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know. I don't hear anything. And then I hear like a voice in it, and it's like, oh. And then I have to phone and go, all right. Words.
Oh,
words,
I do the same thing.
Words. Done. And then I send it to Josh. What do you think?
We're both trying to run this band basically on our cigarette breaks at work, which is trying. It's trying sometimes, but it's been worthwhile, I think. We're also all getting better at collaboration. We're also all getting better at recording, sharing thoughts that we have in our heads, ideas that we have. We all just got set up with like recording equipment. We all have software and stuff now. We all have capable devices, and something I've been doing for a little bit longer, and I'm kind of teaching some of the other guys. But it's just exciting. It's just such an ever evolving thing and ever evolving process that we try to make plans sometimes, and they just always fall apart because the vision's constantly changing, and it's just nonstop sometimes. But it is a lot of fun.
Awesome. Would you say you preferred the studio or the stage?
Stage.
Now we're getting it.
I hate recording. It's just such a necessary evil. It's not. It was either figure it out for ourselves or invest a lot of money into paying professionals to do. I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely not a professional, but I do believe that the regular audience member probably can't. The regular listener, average person, isn't going to be able to distinguish too very well between what is professionally mixed and mastered and what I did in my mom's spare room at her house.
Honestly,
I'm DIY.
I like the DIY.
Yeah,
I'm DIY.
I like it so much better. It's more hands-on, because I've recorded in studios a few times, and I prefer to just do it all on our own anyway. Because what are they doing? They push the record button. I don't know.
And we're, like I said, we're getting better. We're getting better at it each time we run a production as well. So that's exciting in its own sense. It's something I feel like I'm not the best guitarist in the world. I kind of plateaued, and there's only so much that I'm willing to spend the time teaching myself to do. But where this is involved, it is something that there's a lot of room for growth, and there's just so much to learn. And even though it's not something I'm particularly wanting to spend a bunch of time doing, I don't mind spending a bunch of time doing it, because it is just really involved, and it's a skill, I guess you can grow on. So, and that's exciting to me anyway.
So speaking of production, if you could work with any producer, who would that be?
Steve Albini, probably.
Most popular answer.
Is it? Well, there's a local band around here, Knoll Valley, that just released an album that they're so good. And I heard, I don't know, maybe it was hearsay or rumor, but that they had put together the funds to go record this album with Steve Albini. And I have no idea if that's true or not. Wasn't it the guy from News for You that told us that, actually?
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Well,
something like that.
Reliable source. Yeah, but anyway, the story goes it was apparently affordable, and he's not far from where we're at. It seems like an attainable, you know what I mean? It seems like an attainable goal. He's always been an influence of mine, and I don't know. It seems like something that could actually very well be a possibility someday.
Okay.
Excuse
Take
me.
your record sales and put them away, and yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, right.
But I know a few people that's worked with him, so it's like maybe it's not a far-fetched goal.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, I hadn't even thought about something like that, but it being a possibility is cool, I think.
Yeah. What's the best musical advice you've ever been given?
Kurt, I've been talking over you this whole time. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. I don't have an answer for what producer. I don't know.
What's the best musical advice you've ever been given?
Oh, my best musical advice. Yeah.
I was interested in your producer. You know, I appreciate you answering that question. I was interested in that as well.
My best musical advice. Wayne's World. On Wayne's World, they say, if you build it, they will come, right? And I was like, that's all I gotta do? So like back in the day, I threw these festivals called Chaos Fest. And I think that was, just if you build it, they will come. If you just do it, and keep doing it, people will have to just put up with you. So my goal is just to keep this going.
I like that too. It's kind of like a keep it going at all costs kind of thing.
Right. The show must go on, Like, I don't cancel shows unless, like, something is, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you book a show, you fucking said you're going to do it, go through with it. Make sure to promote it. Make sure that you do everything you can to make sure it's going to be good. But, I mean, I've had buddies being like, oh, someone else is playing that night. It's going to be a rough turnout. I'm like, I don't care. We'll play over them, Yeah. Our show's going to be better than theirs. Fuck their show.
And you had is that the festival you wanted to bring up? Your DIY fest? Is that Chaos Fest?
Oh, no. That's long ago. Chaos Fest has lived its time, and now we've moved on to just promoting these shows. The festival is every show in my head, man.
The Chaos Fest brand lives on. Kurt's wife unfortunately said no more Chaos Fest, though. I guess it's consumed Kurt in the past, and she says no more of that.
It was daunting to throw, but so a 2-day festival with fire dancers and all that shit. Yeah, that's fucking daunting. But anyhow, so the one that the show that we do got coming up in July is called Guitarmageddon. Nah. Guitarmageddon. I did that like if there was a logo that could just Guitarmageddon.
Yeah, at Huntingburg, Indiana, July 23rd. And it's gonna be awesome. If it's not the best show you ever see, then me and Kurt will both eat our own faces off.
Is it Huntington?
Huntingburg, Indiana. Are you familiar with Jasper? That's where I'm at. It's a little less. It's a little more hodunk than
Yeah. Believe it or not, I helped build the cable company there.
No way. Okay.
Yeah.
All world, right?
Well, what? It was late '90s. No, it was probably 2000. And when everything was going digital, I was on that crew.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, I know. I've been all over Jasper, but I couldn't tell you anything about. I know where all the lines are.
Yeah. But that's Huntingburg's in my backyard here. So one of our goals with this is to kind of excuse me. Growing up, some of the biggest influences for me were some of these local shows that I saw here in Jasper. Right down the street from my mom's house here, where I grew up, they used to have shows at the Days End conference room every weekend, and it was something for me to do every weekend. And here I am now, and I'm completely dedicated my whole life to playing music and all this, and I've passed up a lot of other opportunities to do so, but it was those shows I saw back then that had inspired me. And I'm sure Kurt has a similar kind of background with growing up in Vincennes. There used to be a thriving scene there as well, and our hope is to maybe bring that back to life, draw some other local bands out of the woodwork, bring some new talent into town, and hopefully get a scene popping and make it a more commonplace thing for bands like us to exist in the first place, I guess.
Right. We have other shows booked as well, leading up to Guitarmageddon. June 18th, we're back at TJ's with a mixed genre show there too.
I'm really excited about that one. TJ's is a really cool aesthetic.
Who's playing with you on that one?
One of my buddies, Brendan Odell, he's going on first as an acoustic act. He's going on. His name is Low and Alone is what he's calling his project now. Then we got Black Lodge. They are they were a band, Crows of Odin. Some of the members of that went over and started this new band. It's a metal band. And I know a couple of the members from like way back, like 15 years ago, all the way back. Like I'm actually excited to hang out with them because I hadn't seen the who they have on bass. I haven't seen them for like 10 years. So
that's awesome.
I'm excited for that. And then us, we're on the books, obviously. And then I got this one other. The hell? Randomly found that in my pocket. Anyways, I got one other band that just joined on. I'm trying to remember the dude's name. Where's my damn phone? I haven't even released the flyer. I don't even think I've released the flyer to you yet, Josh.
Yeah, I'd say you've been when we started booking these shows, I booked a bunch of them and I got overwhelmed really quick. And thankfully Kurt has experience doing this kind of stuff because he's kind of taken over a lot of the shows that I'd booked. And I'm glad to have him on my side because this is not something I would feel comfortable doing at all without him really and his experience.
But yeah, it's Adam Blythe. Adam Blythe Trio is what it is. And man, I don't know who these people are, but they're really ambitious. He's like, I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. Hey man, we could do 40 sets. We could do 40-minute sets. I'm like, I don't know. I'm glad. Okay, you know what? He's like, everybody knows this dude from the scene. Everybody knows, man. Everybody knows Adam Blythe. And then I'm like, all right, dude. I don't know. I'm gonna give you the green light because you're just ambitious enough to say, all right. Yeah, there's the flyer.
Yeah. Anyone who is willing to reach out to us in that manner, you got a shot on us sharing a stage with us. If you're even half as excited about this kind of stuff as we are, then yeah, we'll give you a shot. Give us a shout. Anyone really, give us a shout. Message us on Facebook. We love talking to people. We love making friends. And I don't have any friends, so just shoot us a message sometime. We'd love to have a chat.
I want to book all of you. Any band that hits us up, I'm gonna try to find a spot somewhere on one of our shows. Somewhere, because that's why I want to do the mixed genre shows too. That way, like everyone gets a chance because we don't know what genre we are. Are we metal, punk, rock? Fuck it, I'm gonna book all those with us, and then hopefully they all like us. Hopefully, maybe they hate us. Maybe we'll just jump off the stage and decide to play on the ground in between tables.
I love it.
We'll
I'm okay with people. I'm okay with people hating the project as well. I just want people to have a reaction to it. I want people to have a strong reaction to it, whether that's disgust or enthusiasm or just just energy just flowing through them. That's what I'm hoping to write. It's just something that will captivate you in a good way or a bad way, and maybe leave a lasting impression on you in that sense.
Yeah, that lasting impression.
Well, guys, we're running out of time here. Are you excited for Waddy?
Oh boy, am I! That's what I wanted to say. That's the show I'm most looking forward to. The festivals are the most fun always, especially from the sense of being able to network and meet meet new people, meet new bands. There's a lot of the same talent farting around the scene here, around here. So we've actually been trying to get we've been trying to get into Kentucky for the entirety of the project as well, and this is going to be our first opportunity. So we really plan to bring 150%, at least 150.
Take this. Eat this. Drink this.
Half-hearted. Lethargic. Do it. Finish. Time. Just started.